Hey everybody, how are you doing today? And we got another great episode of Florida Lifestyle Podcast. I'm your host, James, and I got well, I ain't gonna say a new guest. This is a returning guest.
Yeah.
And Miss Amanda, she's came back and she's coming on here to talk about being in a lifestyle as a single female and helping you single females navigate through the lifestyle from her experience. And, hopefully you can get some insight and learn from Miss Amanda. She got some
Yeah.
she's a great person with great advice. And I'm so glad that you was able to join the show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, I
Thank you
like
for
your little
having me.
background. It's very vibrant.
Thank you. I'm in my art studio right now, so
Do you like to
uh,
paint?
I love to paint. Yeah, I do a lot of shibari women.
Mm,
Are you
what is
are
that?
you familiar with shibari? Shibari is a
No.
Japanese. It's the bonded. It's Japanese bondage art. So a lot of my paintings are women that are tied up in bondage, but it's actually there's a lot of meaning behind the paintings. It's actually a really really beautiful relationship because to be able to be in a relationship where you can be suspended, essentially you have to have ultimate trust. So the paintings that I portray are the desire for an ultimate trust relationship, and with that, a lot of the lifestyle you get that.
Correct. Now, are you a BDSM girl or are you what kind of
Yes.
what's your style?
I am a BDSM girl. I was a submissive for quite some time, but I've actually become a switch since my birthday this year. It's weird. I just had I turned 35 this year, and I kind of got done putting up with some stuff. And you know what? I just kind of stepped into a more dominant role now,
Okay.
where I am able to be submissive for the right people, but I also like being dominant as well. And I think I'm actually finally comfortable with that and embracing that. So yes, I am. I love BDSM. I love the relationship that comes with it, but it's also very, very similar to a lifestyle relationship too.
Mm. Yeah, that's very interesting. They have a lot of BDS rooms too, BDSM rooms, especially
Yeah,
at Seekers.
yeah, like the
So
dungeon.
yes, like the dungeon, and people said it's great in there. I actually interviewed one of the hosts, Scarecrow, that does some of the things in the dungeon, whatever you guys do up in there.
Yeah,
I never,
floggings and all kinds of things.
yeah, I only did it like a couple of times with my partner. It was a couple of times. It was pretty fun. She got a little spanking and stuff, but we didn't get too much involved just because everything, at those nights be so fast running guns. So it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's why I
yeah.
didn't get the experience. Now, with you being a single female in a lifestyle,
Mhm.
what have been some challenges have you been going through? Not saying they don't have to technically be bad,
Yeah.
but just challenges that you had to overcome or something that help build your confidence in this lifestyle through those challenges as well.
Yeah, some challenges have been now I have to switch from a mindset of I have a partner to be there to protect me, and now I have to have a little bit more of a guard up, but not in a bad way, just I don't have a partner to protect me. But because of being in the lifestyle as long as I was with the partnership, like I said before, I have friends now that I've developed a really core, great relationship with, and I feel that protection from them. But some of the challenges that I've been through are like, I don't know if I'm going to go to secrets, for instance, and even want to play. Like, there might not be anyone I want to play with. There might not be anyone I'm even attracted to. And then having to be
Mm.
like, have couples come up to me, have singles come up to me and, want to play and having to turn them down. So, challenge would be is learning how to turn someone politely down. And that can be challenging.
That was my next question. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So that is very interesting because, like, I can only imagine the pressure.
Yeah.
You going in there and the expectations for everybody. Most of the time, it's somebody trying to play. And
Mhm.
then you get someone, you come up to you, you're beautiful. So someone come up to you, they like, yo, I wanna, yo, man, how you doing? You looking great tonight. Can we go and play? And then you just like, no, and like, and that
Yeah.
gotta be a big want for a lot of
Yeah.
couples more than single. Single males most likely. A lot of my single male friends, they it's like 50-50 with them, so they already know. But with a couple, that definitely has to be kind of discouraging because they probably think they have a better chance.
Yeah, but yes, and I think that people can also, being in the lifestyle, they're also used to being told no, that it's people have to understand that it's okay to verbalize what you think. We have been raised in a society, and for I'm only speaking for women, that we have been conditioned that saying no is a bad thing. And we've been very conditioned and we get scared saying no, turning down our
Yeah.
partner for sex, because we're not feeling it, we're
Uh,
not in the mood. We've been
Hey,
conditioned to not say no. So having to overcome that is a really great it's a really great thing to have in your repertoire, I guess, is to be able to have a great conversation with a couple and not be interested in them and say, you know what? Thank you so much. I think you guys are really, really awesome. You're just not my cup of tea, essentially. You can even put it as simple as that. But thank you for your interest. You don't have to be rude. There not doesn't need to be
right,
rudeness. People in the
right,
lifestyle are so amazing. They're so amazing because they have open relationships and they have open, honest, communicative relationships together. So being able to say no is a very empowering thing without hurting someone. And they take it as, oh, okay, that's fine, no worries, but you're really cool. We still like to hang out. That's
right.
fine. Yeah.
That's goddamn right, Amanda. Because check this out. I
Mm.
I, I encourage my wife a lot to speak her mind more with playing with the single male she play with. Because your women, sometimes I don't know, because I ain't never experienced, I'm a straight
Yeah.
male, but I
Yeah.
talk to my partner is like my best friend since a child. So we talk. I make sure I'm the more communicative person. I'm a very open, expressive person. I'm the one in the relationship. So I drag it out of her. Like, yo, did you like it? How was the experience? And she'll be like, oh, well, he wasn't really doing this, or I don't want to, or I wasn't really feeling comfortable doing. And I was like, yo, you have to communicate this with these
Yes.
people. Do
Very
not
important.
fear, because especially if I'm there, but even if I'm not there, you gotta know, because these things, like you said, it's the power. You gotta take your power on what you like
And be
and what you
comfortable.
want and be comfortable, because this needs to be a pleasant experience
Yes. We're in
for
it for the
someone.
experience. Yeah.
Right. And like you said, it's times when you could just say no. We could just hang out, because like it's times a lot of the guys is cool. They build a relationship with us, so they become friends and they want to hang out. But she's like, oh, they just want to hang out because they want to have sex. But I'm like, yo, you could say no. We're all adults. This is the lifestyle. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could say this don't have to be a sex thing. It could
Yeah.
just be they just want to hang because we're lifestylers.
Yeah, and that's
So
exactly what I was getting to is she doesn't feel there's societal pressure on women that we can't say
right,
no. Like it's
right,
hard enough on an everyday thing. We have to work hard enough, as a woman, but to have that pressure of no, you shouldn't say no because you need to be a good girl. It's like
mhm,
that subliminal message. It's always pumped at kids and always pumped at females, especially. That
okay,
you have to be good in order to get this person to not like you or get this person to like you. And if you don't like something, it's not okay to speak up, but it's very important to speak up because we're in it for the experiences. And if you're not having a good experience, you're not going to come back. You're not going to want to come back. And to
right,
have, trust me, I have my most amazing experiences of my life outside of my kids, of course, in Swinger Lifestyle Resort because I've made the best friends there. But they also know my type, my tastes, what I'm willing to do, what I'm not willing to do. And you have to be comfortable saying no and comfortable saying, I'm sorry, you're just not what I'm looking for.
right. Because everybody has a preference.
Yeah. Everybody does have a
Yeah,
preference, and that's
right.
okay.
Yeah, and that's okay. And they may change in time or they may not change in time, but it's still okay to
Yeah.
know what you want because, like you said, that gives the most pleasant experience, especially for you women, because from my perspective, it's about you women control the room in this lifestyle.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you want to make you guys comfortable. You want to make the women. You don't want this thing to feel like a terrorist thing or a perverse situation.
Yeah, or that she
You
has to
know,
do it, to please
that's
you.
what I mean by the perverse situation, like something that's forceful on her, and that's what I try to get to my wife. Like, yo, she knows I'm not a forceful one, but I have to let her know that these guys, they have no high expectations. You just have to communicate properly with what you want, and it's nothing wrong with telling them, no, I do not like the way you have sex with me.
Yes,
you
exactly.
know,
Or
just
if she's
tell it.
still
You're not gonna
interested
hurt
in
their
it,
feelings.
no, and it's really
I think it's
important to
more to hurt
communicate
their
it.
feelings than a girl.
Yes, but that's what people don't understand is you're in the lifestyle to have a type of relationship that you cannot get in the vanilla world. You can, but I mean, let's face it. Vanilla people aren't telling their deepest, darkest sexual desires to their partner. They may, but they may never act on it. They may never even talk about it. But to be in this world, you have to be open, honest, and comfortable with what you like and what you don't like. And if it's something that you don't like, you have to speak up about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because that helps other women out here that you got you women out here that don't want to speak up. You hear what Amanda said, man? It's very
Speak
important
up.
that you ladies speak. And I'm a man and I encourage that because I just encourage truth and transparency because that
Yes,
gives
exactly what I said.
understanding. That
Yeah,
gives
exactly.
understanding. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need clear understanding and understanding gives guidance. And when you get better direction, you know where you want to go. And when you know where you want to go, you have better experience in life. You see how it
Yeah.
trickles down, y'all, like that.
Yeah. And you can have the most amazing experiences of your life, the most amazing experiences of your life. And you can step into a sexuality that you may never even known that you desired. And you can be the most fulfilled you have. Like our life is so short. Our life is so it's going by so quickly. I'm already 35 and I'm like, what the heck happened? Like, how did I get here? But I still
Yeah,
have so much life ahead of me. But it's like I don't want to spend that being miserable. I want to enjoy life. I want to be a hedonist. I want to seek that pleasure. But in order to get to that place, I had to be comfortable with what I want, who I want, and to speak my mind about, hey, this is just not working for me. You know, to just
right,
take comfortability.
right. Now, what, let me see. I wrote a little question down. Let me see. What, how did the swinger lifestyle 'cause you kind of answered this. You kind of answered all these damn questions. I usually do the free flow, but since you was returning, I wanted to do some questions to try to make it a little more interesting.
Sorry.
But like, so it's like, no, but you're fine. Long as it's getting we're explaining our journey, and
Yeah,
that's what's most important. It's not really about following a verbatim. That's why I do a free flow because it's like
yeah, I
it
love it.
gives a relative points for people to know how to navigate their next move in this journey that need help.
Yeah,
Because I know I don't promote it a lot, which I should more. But I'm like even though I do the podcast, I'm still kind of a shy guy. But I'm a sexologist, so I'm a holistic sexologist, and my specific practice is more on helping people on the holistic aspect from mind, body, and soul. So it's really about the holistic healing. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not
Like
just
the
the
whole
sexual.
person,
Right.
the whole autonomy of a person. And I think being in the lifestyle also promotes that autonomy that you wouldn't get outside of the lifestyle. And you're promoting that. And that's beautiful. That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate you for embracing that
Yeah,
because it's hard. I sometimes I feel alone,
yeah,
you know. I don't mean
Well,
to turn that into like kind of a therapy, but
no, I get it because I that's actually what I want to do next. You're so funny.
I'm like, oh no.
Uh-huh. But that's actually what I want to do next. How did you get into sexology? Because I want to be a non-traditional relationship therapist because I've been
Well,
in
I actually
non-traditional.
I looked it up online, and I found this organization. I could send it to you. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head. But I actually looked into it and seeing how to do it, and I registered. I got my license because I've been in a lifestyle for so long and have so much knowledge. I just want
Yeah.
to, I had to certify myself to go out to help people because I want people to understand this lifestyle because it's really it's funny, nothing against the other community, the LGBTQ, is nothing against them at all. But it's funny how we can't get accepted, you
Yeah.
know, like these communities. It's like people will be like, because I have this personal experience, people will be like, oh, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's everything wrong with this. You
Gotcha.
guys, what you're doing. You can't be in love and actually do this, right? You
Yeah, I
can't
also
actually feel
yeah,
unlimited space of love when you feel like you don't want to tie nobody down and
love
just
is
share
not
all these
finite,
different interactions. It's like that can't be real. And you're like, well, how the hell? If I
actually.
feel it and I'm living it, it's real.
Yeah, and it works for you, it works for your relationship. Why? But I also, to that point though, about the LGBT, I think that our lifestyle actually embraces it more
Yeah,
than
it does.
some people
Ours.
in LGBT.
Ooh, that is true.
Think about it
Because
because
it's the dynamic of a couple sharing.
yes, and also think about it. There are a lot of bi men in the lifestyle. There are a lot of bi women in the lifestyle.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there are huge mass amounts of us, you know what I mean, that
yeah,
are bisexual
yeah.
in the lifestyle. But
You're
not
right.
only is it embraced, they're also they don't have to lose their partner because they're bisexual. They can explore all of their sexuality and be happy and still have that partner and maybe have another partner that fulfills their autonomy that they're desiring, which
You're
is
right.
it's really cool. So to that point, I think that we are the most accepting of it and the most well known of it. We're just kind of our own category.
Right. And it's still taboo to share your love because love in a construct became over time so selfish.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I'm saying? So stingy. Like
Possessive,
give me, yeah,
like possessive.
possessive.
Yeah,
Very possessive,
I
and
agree
it's
with
getting
that actually.
more and more possessive as people are more and more losing the light within their self, So it's gotta like people gotta go back into their self. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And find out, like we were speaking earlier, find out what you love, what you really want. Put your do's and your don'ts, your yeses and your nos in the front so you could discover yourself. You know, so you can understand that love is unlimited. It's like
yeah,
I'm
it's
not
not finite.
encouraging it, right? I'm not encouraging everybody to be in this lifestyle, but still, even if you're not and you're monogamous, the point of the possessiveness and oh, it's just like people can't even have friends that's monogamous with
Yeah,
other
there's no
sex
autonomy.
genders.
Yeah, it's yeah, we you need autonomy and to be a fulfilled human being, autonomy is like the most important thing you could have. And
Right,
that's what I think that's what we try to push in the lifestyle. Not push, but show other people that you could have love because it's not finite. It's not something that you can put in a box. For instance, I have two kids. Like, I don't love them the exact same because they're not the exact same people. I love them on the equal level, but that
right,
I love them uniquely because my son's one thing and my daughter's another thing. Like, they are their own people. So I love them uniquely. I love my mom differently. I love my nesting partner differently. I loved my
right,
primary partner previously
right.
differently. It's not love is not finite, and putting a box on it is like suffocating it. And it's also not allowing you to be your full authentic self. And I think that's what we really like about the lifestyle is you can be your full authentic self. What I really like about the lifestyle is I can just be me and all of me, and every part of me is embraced and beautifully embraced by amazing friends who have like-mindedness and feel that way. Doesn't mean it's for everybody at
Mm-hmm.
all. A
Right.
lot of people have not had the emotional maturity to be able to work through things like jealousy and insecurities and get to the root of things, especially in relationships, you know.
Right.
But I think that's really important to do.
Right. And which is fine if they haven't, but what they should understand is, like you said, that a limited concept of love
Yeah.
because it's not finite. It's not put in a box. Like it's interesting how you mentioned your primary partner because like I said, I'm very vocal with my wife and I talk to her like all the time. If I get in a relationship with another woman, it was not change the love for you because
Yeah.
love is love. It's just that this relationship would never be like me and your relationship. We grew up together. We had all these trials. We had all these different things. We have a different structure than what the other relationship will bring. And that's how I am. I understand with her, with other partners. You know, some of the partners got feelings for her. She's very like, really iffy. So she haven't confirmed. Like, I was like, you can make him your boyfriend, but she haven't got to that level yet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I understand that their love for her doesn't interrupt my love for her
Absolutely not.
at
Absolutely not.
all. It doesn't
Mhm.
come in conflict. It has nothing. I'm such a
Yeah. Of
strong will, but I've been hurt a lot too in the past. So
course.
it helped me understand that love, that how love can work. And I was like, yo, that I understand how it cannot affect my relationship. Because, like you said, your relationship with one child is different from another. Your
Yeah,
relationship
because
with
they
your
bring
mom is
different things to your life. Like
right,
other partner could bring something completely different. You having another partner, they bring something completely different than your relationship with your wife. But
right.
along those lines, like you were saying, I completely forgot what you were saying.
I know we're drifting.
I totally have bananaed off. I squirreled. But I think it's really cool because the concept of monogamy is not for everybody. And
Right.
like you said, love is not, you can't put it in a box. And I
Right.
wouldn't have the relationships that I have, like with my nesting partner, who's my ex-husband. We're raising kids together. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have that relationship with him and be able to raise kids in the same house every other week, you know what I mean? And get along
Mm.
really well and have a beautiful, thriving relationship that our kids get to see without knowing what non monogamy is. And without, oh, what I was going to say is without going through, I challenge you to find any lifestyle person that hasn't gone through an excessive amount of pain, an excessive amount of being cheated on. So that's typically what drives
Damn.
people to non
That,
monogamy.
that's deep. Whoa, damn, that's deep. Hold on. I didn't think everybody. That's surprising to me because I didn't think everybody. I didn't because I didn't really ask nobody personally that. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah,
But
I
that
know a
is
lot.
deep.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of people very
Okay.
intimately in the lifestyle. And let me tell you, a lot of times monogamy comes from being hurt so badly that you're like, there has to be another way to live. There has to be another way to feel. There has to be another way. There has to be a way to get over this jealousy and to
Like
have a
you're an
partner.
over lover. It's like you're an over lover. So you get
Yes.
like so obsessive with this one person and then they hurt you. And you're like, damn, how can I still be an over lover and
Yeah.
not get hurt as bad? But it's still, and then
You
you
still
find
want
a
it.
solution. And then you find a solution, and then you like, whoa, this is better than what the fuck I thought it was. Like I thought it
Yeah.
was gonna just be some little crazy solution, but this is a world that I enjoy, and I
It's
can
a whole
show that
world.
I'm an over lover, and everybody's an over lover with me.
Hmm.
And you
Isn't
know,
it beautiful? It's so amazing. Like I have two of my best friends in the whole world, and they call me their girlfriend. I call them my boyfriend and girlfriend, and they are the most amazing people I've ever met. They have the most beautiful relationship I've ever met, and let me tell you, they are the most amazing couple I've ever seen. and
Wow.
they accepted me into their relationship too. But not only do they love me as a friend, but they love me as like my whole self. You know what I
Right.
mean? And sexually too. You know, I really we enjoy each other like that. So it's just
Right.
I wouldn't be able to have that kind of relationship. That's what I'm saying, you know? I wouldn't be able to
Right.
have those kind of things with other people and still have that friendship connection. And
Mhm.
there'd be no jealousy.
And I love your healthy parenting cooperation that you and your nesting partner. I love what you guys are doing because it shows how you could still, because a lot of people can't even get along with the person they're having
No.
children with after they are not really involved together like that. And
Yeah.
for you guys for you to show the example that shows others a way that they could possibly work it out, you know? And I'm all about family staying together because I could tell that you're about that as well. At least
Oh
seeing the
yeah, for sure.
parents work together as a unit and being there, that's very important. And I like that.
Yeah.
That's
And
because that's what me
you're
and my
not
wife
staying
is building.
together. Yeah, and a lot of people stay together because of the kids, but they have horrible relationships and it's just toxicity. When you could separate and not have that toxicity and still, I'm not saying nesting partners for everybody. Trust me,
Right.
it's been a journey. I mean, we've done it several times over several years, just
Okay.
to give the kids the best life that they can possibly have. But it's not for everybody. It's possible to get along with your ex-spouse if they don't have mental issues and things and if they're not abusive. It's very possible, but unfortunately there's a lot of crappy people in this world. But if you have a good dad and a good mom, there's no reason why you couldn't have a good nesting or good co-parenting relationship. There's no reason why, you know.
Yeah, that's true. My mother had great co-parenting relationships with my father and my fathers of my siblings.
Nice.
So yeah, she's one of those mothers that all the guys when they separate is nothing bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that means
yeah,
she's a good woman.
yeah, it just didn't work. Yeah, people
Yeah.
just different.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
And
an
that's
awesome
okay.
woman. I love her. I love her. She's a hard worker, workaholic.
Yeah.
I got it honest from her, man. I can't
Yeah.
stop, can't stay still. I'm here podcasting right after the soccer game. Then right after this, I'm going to edit something. I gotta fit something on the computer. I'm actually watching the School of Hard Knocks in the background.
So you have ADHD like me.
Well, yeah, I call it not being lazy.
Or it's I call it neuro spicy. So yeah, neuro spicy. I'm not neuro normal. I'm not neurotypical. I'm neuro spicy to go
So
with my personality.
explain the neurospicy. What's the definition of that?
So basically neurodivergence. It just means there's neurotypical brains and there's neurodivergent brains, meaning someone on the spectrum or someone with high ADHD or ADHD. It's
Okay.
neurospicy is like I'm just different. I'm different than normal people.
Just spiced up.
Yeah, I'm just spicy. I'm a spicy Italian. What do you want?
Yeah, man, I love Italians.
Yeah.
Good
I call
culture.
it passionate. Okay.
Yeah, that's all it is. You're very passionate and ambitious about the things you want, and I like being the way I am.
Me
Because
too.
I feel it's great that I can know how to multitask. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and it
Yep.
actually makes me connected with a lot of things being this way because I'm alert of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm real masculine, but I'm still sensitive. I'm an empath. I'm human,
Love
so it's
that.
like.
Yeah, I love that. No, I get it. I get it. Trust me, I run two tattoo shops in Florida and Kentucky. Like I run two of them. I do OnlyFans. I do everything. I take video calls. I'm like all over. I'm like I haven't watched TV in like 6 months. I don't even remember what TV is like.
Yeah, my YouTube feed is full of nothing nerdy shit. They said I'm a two percenter this year on my recap.
That's awesome.
I said I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing because is I'm isolated or is I'm is I'm over smart or is I'm isolated. I don't know what the hell this is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe you're
know.
just normal.
Yeah, well, it's great talking to you. I appreciate you coming back on here. And
Yeah.
now where can people find your media, everything? You say you got the tattoo shop. Where is that located? Let
Yeah.
people know so you could get some clients over here, get you some
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. So my tattoo shop's name is Artful Beauty. I'm in Port St. Lucie. And then I'm also in Kentucky, but it's also Artful Beauty, but it's beauty with an IE instead of a Y. But also my modeling page is inked underscore Raven 19. So that's
Okay.
like that's my
And that
favorite
and that will be on where?
on Instagram.
On Instagram. So that's
Yeah.
Ink Raven underscore 19. It's a great page too, guys. She's very
Yeah.
interesting. She's very interesting, very artsy, down to earth, chill, relax. What is your sign?
Virgo.
You're a Virgo?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I actually do the Myers-Briggs like psychology side of it. I like the like I'm an ENFP. I like the personality types because that tells more about you.
Okay, yeah, I'm more like that. I just ask because people sometimes they say Libras are artsy and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get too big into that stuff because once I learned about conditioning, it changed the whole aspect of everything that I learned. Once I learned the
Right.
universal laws of life and
Hmm.
how everything works as one and everything is the same, even though we view it different and we see things in different mass forms and
Yeah,
things
different
come in different
perspectives.
structures and produce and it manifests into different forms, right? But it's
Yeah.
all the same. It comes from the same laws, it works by the same, and everything, especially as people, um, we react off of conditioning. You know
Yes,
what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Correct.
Mhm.
So it's like everything that is like kind of produced is a production is a result from some type of conditioning.
Yeah.
It's like taking a rock and making it a diamond. You conditioned it, shined it up. Now it's the diamond, but at first it was just a rock.
Yeah.
It's like taking water and turning it into ice. You have to freeze it to make the conditioning different.
Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
noticed that and that's what I do a lot of my Q&As. Even though I give my lifestyle advice, I try to get people to understand these laws in some type of way or form. And the best way that I could explain it, I'm still trying to learn how to explain it more to people because it's heavy information and it's kind of hard to simplify it for me at the moment. But I'm learning. That's why I'm talking very slow when I'm speaking this because I want to explain it the best and clearest
Yeah. Well, the best way
way
you could,
possible.
if you could think about it like this, is we have superhero and a villain story. My friend and I were talking about this the other day. Is you can have two people that grew up in the same environment, and you can have one person that turns into a superhero, a really nice, great person, same conditions, right? And the other one that turns into like a narcissistic with a like more narcissistic tendencies than as a villain. So you have one that
Right.
goes a little bit dark and one that goes like stays on the good path. So that's all conditioning. You can condition your brain to be that better person instead of taking what you went through in the past and saying, I went through all this crap, so I'm just going to be crappy to other people. You say, went through all this crap, so I'm going to make sure that I don't treat people incorrectly.
Right. And exactly. And that's the same thing with horoscopes. So I know not to neglect no one's religion or anything. I just notice
Mhm.
how the human body and our molecular structure works. And from our conditioning, it doesn't matter. I could be a Libra and another person could be a Libra. But guess what? When we together, we're not a zebra.
Yeah, and you don't have the same perspectives. You're not a zebra.
Together, we ain't got the same stripes. We don't do the same things. We're not a
No,
zebra. When we
no,
get
and you
together,
don't
it's
have
like,
to. One's a horse and one's a zebra. Okay.
that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But
and I
my
noticed
perspective was one was a zebra and one was a horse. Okay, it's perspective.
you
It's all
do
about perspective and the way you see it.
right. So it's like Yeah, exactly. So it's like, like I assumed you was a Libra. And like, yo, you're like, no, I'm a Virgo. And I'm like, oh, and I was like, yeah, it's about the conditioning. So realize that, guys, conditioning is very important.
Yeah. Especially if you don't want to be a zebra.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if you don't want to be a zebra. Sorry, I got in my nerdy mode. I'm sorry, everybody who's
It's
watching this,
okay.
man.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm nerded out, so I kind of get like spaced out and stuff. Sometimes I feel like I'm overwhelming people with this too much, so I try to
I
not
think it's
speak on
great.
it so much.
I think it's
Thank
great. I love it. Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate it.
intellectual talking is amazing.
Yeah, I'm a sapiosexual for sure. I didn't even know what the hell this shit meant till like 4 months ago.
Yeah, yeah. So am I.
And I was like, oh, that is me. I will fucking have a
Yes.
hard on for talking deep all night.
Yeah, because you get to the people's actual psyche on who they are, and that's sexy. I think that's hot.
That is,
Yeah.
it is because it takes the veil off,
Yes. Yeah. You
you
get to
know,
see
and
who they really are.
right who they really are. The real you, the spirit. They call it spirit, some call it mind, some call it subconscious, but it's the you know, the highest form, you connected to the highest form
Yeah,
that
your true
created
self.
us, man. Right.
Yeah.
We in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well, it was great speaking to you, Amanda. I'm very grateful for this conversation.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll talk more. We'll talk more of a messenger and everything. And I appreciate you accepting my nerdy drift off.
I love it. I love it. We both rabbit. We like bunny trailed.
You know, it's funny. That's my nickname. Is Rabbit.
Oh, really?
That's been my nickname since a kid.
That's funny.
They say I pull tricks out the ass.
Oh my gosh.
A magician pull the rabbit out the hat, and I'm the rabbit that keep pulling tricks out his ass.
At their ass.
Yeah, I'm a fucking block load of surprises, man.
Yeah.
I'm a hell of a man. I'm not perfect, but I'm very complex.
Perfectly imperfect.
It's all perspective, right?
Hmm.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, it's great talking to you, my love. I'll speak with you later. Thank you for joining us on the podcast. And y'all be sure to check out Amanda in the links in the description below. And be sure to check out this beautiful woman and reach out to her, single ladies, if you need any advice or need any help. She will
Yeah,
definitely be there for you.
for sure. I get questions all the time and I will definitely answer you. Anything you have, bring it at me. I've been in this life 20 years.
That's real.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
God
welcome.
bless
Thank
you.
you. You too.
See
Bye,
you.
honey.
I love this outfit.
It suits you perfectly.
It suits you perfectly.